Come January 1st, 2 mayors in Western New York will make history by being the youngest to hold the position in their respective towns. But before they're sworn in, our Febin Cassahoon sits down with the two on what they plan to do during their time in office.
Young people have regularly shown that their voices matter. You've seen it in the Black Lives Matter movement, women's rights movement, and so on. And these two leaders have shown just that by pushing people to not only take their voices to the streets, but also the polls, convincing their peers to vote and advance change where legal discussions happen.
I was active in the community. I noticed there were a lot of younger people not so involved.
Austin Tylek, 29, City of North Tonawanda Mayor-elect, and Lynn Ruda, 35, Village of Lancaster Mayor-elect. Both the youngest mayors to ever sit in their respective town's office, and Ruda, the first female.
Working to be the first female mayor, I felt like I was really adamant that I wanted a positive campaign. I talked about that with everyone who supported me, that we're not going negative. I want to try and win on my own merit.
I always felt that doing smear ads, spending tens of thousands of dollars of individuals' money who donates towards a candidate, towards smear campaigns is ridiculous.
With T-minus 12 days before these two officially take office, they express that they plan to hit the ground running. For starters, both leaders plan to increase tourism.
Lots to do. We also have 10,000 residents that we're responsible for, really making it a place that they're proud to call home. And that's not as glamorous, right? That's infrastructure, that is sidewalks, that's sewers, making sure that they have good working services.
And as for Tylek, who has had his eyes and ears in the council by serving as alderman for the last 4 years, he says his focus is on finance.
That was a huge concern when the New York State Comptroller came out with an audit a couple of years ago addressing some of the issues we had with our finances and sort of long-term planning. Development was another huge piece of focus. We just received a $10 million grant through the DRI, and that's through Governor Kathy Hochul.
Leading the city and keeping their day jobs as an architect and music teacher will be a challenging task, but one that these two think is important for positive change in their communities.
I really feel like it's a renaissance. As I was growing up, it was a lot of empty storefronts. It was, having to go to a different community to shop and eat because there really weren't opportunities to do so in this community. And right now we're even working on our zoning. So we have the plan, the construction that's happening, the development that's happening now.
Febin Cassahoon, 7 Eyewitness News.